Hello, I am Barrendipitous, and I know this is a little bit late, but you know what? I'm finally doing this. I'm finally analyzing every frame that I can of the new Brawlhalla animated trailer. I said that I was going to do this, and here I am finally doing that. So, let me take a second. You guys probably don't want to see as much of me as you do the trailer itself. So I think this corner up here is fine, so I don't really cover much, and you still get to see me like talk and stuff like that. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to play through the entire trailer, just to look at it, take it all in, take on all the just the fast-paced epicness of it, and then we'll go to the beginning and we'll go frame by frame in YouTube and go from there. So here we go. Looks and sounds so good, doesn't it?
Welcome to Brawlhalla.
And there you have it. That is the entire trailer, and there is just so much there. I believe the animation was done by Double Plus Studios. This was an inaugural. This is like their inaugural project, and gosh, they did such a really good job of this. So, yeah, let's go through this bit by bit, frame by frame. If you didn't know, if you have a video paused on YouTube on PC, you can simply use the comma and period buttons to go forward and backward one frame at a time, which is what I'm going to be doing here. So, first of all, we start with a bunch of smoke, or should I say clouds, here. Also, the music is just excellent as well. I don't know who orchestrated the music, but that was just great. We see the tail of Ragnir. This is Ragnir in his full dragon form. The lore says that as a dragon, he is 90 feet long. I'm guessing, I don't know if that's wingspan or if that's head to tail, but quite large. I haven't done any like pixel measurements or anything regarding like if this is actually accurate, but it seems pretty good to me. You know, like your standard fantasy dragon. Riding atop him is none other than Kaya. I was slightly surprised by this. I'm not aware of any direct like interaction that Kaya and Ragnir have in the lore, but you know what? That doesn't stop you from having this kind of thing happen. Ragnir seems like a fun guy. Kaya's just here to like have fun and everything. So Kaya's here on a magic dragon ride, just enjoying everything. I think this is where the horn sounds and Ragnir gets like excited. Or in any case, Kaya kind of like reacts as well a little bit, like, "Oh, what's going on?" And then they're both just like, "Yeah, let's go, yeah." And I guess also, like, we see at the end that Kaya and Ragnir are 2v2's partners, so that works anyway. So Ragnir goes through, and the heavens literally open up to not one, not two, but 3, maybe 4 stages in this one picture. So we of course have, so these slopes and the balloons, that is Brawlhaven, which, so that's the background of the Brawlhaven stage, which we know, oh my gosh, I just realized there's a 5th one as well. But anyway, Brawlhaven, which is, canonically, as I understand, Dragonport, the city of Dragonport. This clock tower over here shows us that it's Enigma. Over here, we have some tall, what look to be rock spires, and I think that might be like some East Asian architecture there. So I'm guessing it's either Twilight Grove or Demon Island. And what I just noticed today, I noticed this down here is the Labyrinth. What is it? Lost Passage or something like that. It's the Labyrinth stage. And also, oh dear, there might be another one, folks. Is this Mammoth Rock? Wow. So basically, like, this is just all the as many stages as possible just smushed into one image, and I love it. Actually, give me a second. So I'm and in the description below, I'm going to have or somewhere in the comments below, I'm going to have a bunch of timestamps so that you can kind of see which second each of these references is. So I'm just kind of like reminding just making some notes here. Mammoth Fortress. All right, cool. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure how all of the, like, whether when you go to a map in Brawlhalla, you're actually going to that place, or if it's just like a projection or something. Matt Woomer once gave me sort of a general idea, like, yeah, you are going to that place, but it's like, I don't know. I don't think a lot of thought has been put into it, but if we assume this trailer is canon, which we probably can, if nothing else, it's just full of lore references all over the place, which you'll continue to see. But yeah, so like I said, Brawlhaven, Enigma, possibly Thunderguard Stadium here. You see like the statue and everything with the stadium, Twilight Grove or Demon Island, the Labyrinth, as well as Mammoth Rock. So all kinds of things, just as they're all flying in towards Thunderguard Stadium at the response of Bödvar's horn. Speaking of, oh dear, sorry, the left and right arrows make you skip 5 seconds, and that's not what I want. I want the period and comma buttons. All right, so they start flying towards the stadium in response to Bödvar's horn. And speaking of Bödvar's horn, here we are. Bödvar Bearson himself, excuse me, blowing that horn gadget, something or other, and already here we see one of the standard sidekicks holding a big stake here. At first we don't know what the stake is for, but then we realize we see the T-Rex from the T-Rect KO effect. Anytime someone gets KO'd and they get like chomped by a T-Rex, it's this thing right here. So, and also that's kind of like the offstage area, isn't it? And so I think they're trying to like continue trying to lure the T-Rex over to back into position or something. I don't know, but I just love, by the way, just the animation in here. I love the exaggeration. I love the squash and stretch that you have. Like, look at this T-Rex here as it runs up. Just kind of like, it's sort of like his head stretches to, like, you know, as it like prepares to bite. Like, you get squashed down here and stretched. Anyway, that's why you get all those like really wonky frames or whatever. Just, it's meant to be really fast. I like it. I love the squash and stretch effect. But yeah, so we see that the T-Rex was way off there. It looks like actually it bit around here, so it kind of like was aiming not for the meat, but for the little robot sidekick thing. Let me put my mouse here just for reference. Okay, so I mean, like the sidekick as well as like the meat, it would have like tried to grab it like right around here. So kind of light there, buddy. But anyway, we have this really cool pan shot over here. with this really this big statue. And here we see Core erasing some kind of graffiti. I can't quite tell what that is. Looks like some kind of fruit or something. I'm not 100% sure. It seems like something like maybe like Caspian would put on or something. I'm having a hard time. Maybe it's like meant to be like a bomb or something. I don't know. But yeah, Core, because Core has a job as the left platform mover at Blackguard Keep, he's kind of like, golems in general are employed throughout Asgard. But anyway, here we have Bödvar. So Core's kind of looking up at Bödvar. Bödvar is like leaning so far ahead that he starts to like teeter over, and Core sees that. He's fallen. So Core just drops his sponge and grabs Bödvar, giving him a nasty wedgie, I don't know, but Bödvar clearly doesn't care. He's like, hey, dude, it's time to battle, man. Come on. Okay, now we are here in the Fang Wild, one of my favorite places in the lore. Here we see, I assume this is Ash, Ember's wolf. The wolf that you see in Ember's bow side sig, I believe. So here we have... oh, this is kind of crazy because in Ember's lore, like, she wants to find the Fang Wild again, but she's having a hard time with that for some reason. Maybe this is more of an interim area between Asgard and the Fang Wild. Like, Ember's trying to find the heart of the Fang Wild, but it's not quite there. But anyway, and here's Ember side-sigging away, and this blue soul magic energy thing is Yumiko in her full Kitsune form. We don't really see Yumiko in full Kitsune form like in any of her SIGs or whatever, but here she is. Looks really cool. And then Ember's Raven, Yara, coming in, swooping in here. By the way, assuming that Ash is a normal wolf, Ash must be pretty light to be... Ember must be pretty light as an elf woman to be able to ride Ash like a horse, essentially. But yeah, then Yara kind of like comes in to give us one of my favorite scenes. The Techno Fantasy Europop band. We have Isaiah, we have Ada, we have Fait, and we have Olgrim just hanging out. All of them are in a band together. Apparently, Isaiah plays guitar. I'd love to know what the other... what instruments the others play. I think Ada plays bass though, because Ada played bass in a previous band like during her life on Earth. I like to think that Olgrim is the drummer, especially since like he with his tools and everything. And Fait just looks like a singer to me. Like, am I wrong? I don't think I'm wrong. But anyway, yeah. So there's like Isaiah is just kind of like vibing over here. Ada. I don't know what Ada's trying to do here. I think she's... maybe she's like trying to reflect some of the sun onto Butterscotch and trying to like play with Butterscotch or whatever. She looks very concentrated here in deep thought. Olgrim is just munching away, and so is Fait. I love the fact that Fait has a spoon shaped like a moon. Like, that's fantastic. That's basically a spork, right? A spoon... moon, fork, something like that. Anyway, a lot of stuff happens in here. So let's continue. The area around here, by the way, this is the Great Hall with the tree and everything. I need to make note of that, actually. When does that start? So let's see, we have Isaiah, and then we have, on the 24-second mark, we have the Great Hall map. Even now, I'm just discovering things. I thought I found everything. So yeah, they're just in the Great Hall, just feasting like you do in the Great Hall in Valhalla. Here we have Isaiah's drone coming in. Butterscotch notices it, notices the drone. Actually, I wonder if Ada's just like staring in her reflection in the spoon or something. I'm not 100% sure. I'm sure there's a reason for it. But anyway, Butterscotch gets distracted by Isaiah's drone. And okay, so check this out. Fait does, I just noticed, I thought she only did 2 things. She actually does 3 things because she knows what's going to happen. First thing, just as Butterscotch is like just before the drone comes in, Fate moves her spoon moon fork thing to start moving this jug out of the way, right? Like she shoves it out because she knows that Butterscotch is going to go right through that area. And I just nonchalantly like, yeah, so now is the time to move this so that it doesn't spill. And so, yeah, Butterscotch keeps going. Or maybe she was just passing it to Olgrim or something. It could have been both, honestly. Because I don't think Olgrim was saying anything. He was just kind of like munching. Unless he was actually like talking with his mouth full and saying, hey, wine please, or juice, or whatever the heck that is. So yeah, so Olgrim takes it while Butterscotch starts like going off towards the drone. Ada is clearly staring at that spoon. I don't understand quite why. Maybe I need to read Ada's lore again or something. But yeah, she misses. Butterscotch. I guess I don't know if Butterscotch is male or female, but Butterscotch misses. Fait just looks really cute in just every single frame. Isaiah is just still vibing and everything. Olgrim starts to drink. Butterscotch moves into pounce and everything. So now here we go. Like Fait eating. Just so much stuff is going on. So I'm jumping back and forth here. Butterscotch pounces and just kind of like in her swinging, just sort of like kicks Ada's face. With the spoon in it and everything. Also, check this out. So right around here is when Fait starts reaching for her hat, right? Because she knows that Butterscotch is going to fall in a specific spot after falling off of the drone. So anyway, the spoon bounces off of Ada's face. Fait places her hat where she knows Butterscotch is going to fall. The drone kicks Butterscotch off. And then, yeah, Olgrim's still drinking and everything. Ada just kind of like looking at her bent spoon. Butterscotch falls right where Fait predicted, right inside Fate's hat. Very nice, very cool. The drone continues. Ada still seems fascinated by her spoon. Oh, yeah, and also, so like right here, yep, right when Fait starts looking up, that's when she hears or gets a premonition of the horn. All right. Isaiah, Ada, and Olgrim are clueless, of course. But Fait is just like, oh, the match is gonna start soon. Yeah, I'd better just like, get out of here. I'm not that hungry. Like, anyway, more squash and stretch kind of stuff. So with Fait leaving, we see that the rest of her band take notice. And then right here is when they actually hear the horn. And I think that the drone seems to sort of react a little bit too. I don't know. So Isaiah grabs his drone. Ada just like shoves the spoon away to get up. And Olgrim gets up to leave, but he's got to finish this food, man. So what does he do? It's very fast when you watch it. But I think he does what he with the spoons, what he does with his like axe signatures, right? Each of his 3 axe signatures, he creates a second energy axe with each of them, right? Either he throws an energy axe up, or he kind of like has a second one with both hands, or he like. Anyway, I think he does the same thing with the spoons. He's just like, I don't know if these are like spoons that he made, but he just like conjures a bunch of spoons that helps to shove the food into his mouth. So you can see that the spoons get energized somehow, and like more spoons just get created in the process to like shove all this food into his mouth. It looking kind of like Thatch right here, don't you think? Ada's kind of looking and like, dude, get over here, come on. So yeah, so Olgrim is pulled away, and we have a very, very nice transition of the saucer going into not Olgrim, Wu Shang, in quiet contemplation with some, I don't know if this is like a tea or something, but we're in Brawlhaven again, by the way, the sweeping slopes and the floating islands. This is Brawlhaven. I really love this scene too, not just because of Wuxiang, but also, as we'll see soon, there's the classic rivalry or like there's like battle between Artemis and Orion. So we have Artemis getting knocked back, more stretch animations there. They kind of like it looks like they cheated a little bit. They basically took this one image and moved and stretched it to show very, very fast movement. So it looks pretty good when it goes in real time. But anyway, all kinds of little tricks that the animators do. Animation is so fascinating. All right, so now Orion jumps up. We actually see a couple of signatures from each of them. So Orion is right now doing his spear neutral sig, I think. He's gonna like plant it right where Artemis was. Yep, right there. And then Artemis just flies away. Would have been cool if they both had lance though. Although I guess then Wuxiang wouldn't have had that cool like catching movement thing. But anyway, so yeah, jetpacks, jetpack stuff going on. They're disturbing his meditation, man. But anyway, we've got a really cool shot of Orion here, dodging one of Artemis's dark matter blast signatures. Here, Artemis takes another aim as Wuxiang takes a sip. Just like a very, very graceful leap from Orion here, as this island is just split in half right there. And they both come in to attack. Just check out these really cool sweeping motions of the scythe here, and then of the spear. Just animation's so cool. Anyway, oh wait, where did the cup go? I just realized just now the cup disappears. So let's look. It's just. Oh, I think what happened was Artemis destroyed Wuxiang's cup right there. It's just kind of like gone. Which probably mildly irked him or something. I don't know. So he's just kind of like, okay, kids. I love the wind up, especially like Orion just. I get the sense that Orion is like a very, very more like aggressive fighter. I imagine Artemis would be too, but Artemis seems a bit more graceful. Actually, they both seem graceful. I don't know. They're really cool. But yeah, they move in for the kill, and bam! Oh wow, just like boom, right there. Wuxiang, yeah, just holds them both. To the surprise of both Artemis and Orion. And they're just like, what? There's some sort of like sonic boom effect or whatever. If there's other stuff going on in the background of this, I'd love to know. Like, I haven't noticed anything, but anyway, right here the horn sounds again, and Wuxiang and Orion and Artemis are like, what? And Wuxiang says, you know what? Forget this. Let's just kicks them both aside. Step aside, you children. We got a match to spectate. Yeah, yeah. We never really see Wuxiang happy. He just kind of like has this, serious face. So it's good to see Wuxiang being all cheerful. I've seen this image brought up on Twitter several times. It's just kind of like a, Mom, he's touching me, like he's breathing my air and all that kind of stuff. I love it. It's just like in a brief like little scuffle as Orion like tries to follow Wuxiang, and Artemis tries to go for Orion, but Artemis is like, no, step aside, kind of a thing. Orion's like, I'm going this way. I don't know where you're going. And Artemis is like, oh no, you don't. And we move straight to the next scene. Here we are back at, again, I assume this is Thunderguard Stadium. But yeah, a few more frames. Oh, and there is Vector right there, and doing the, like in big like outdoor sports games like football or whatever. Well, American football anyway. They have like Blue Angels or like jets just like fly overhead as part of the excitement in the pregame show kind of thing. I'm assuming that's what Vector's doing here, which is pretty cool, I gotta say. So here's Vector speeding by as we get a closer look at Taros here. Now here is where we get a lot of stuff happening once again. Another wonderful thing I like about this animation is that they do a very good job of giving us going back and forth between very busy scenes and sort of like breath of fresh air scenes where it's just an interaction between a handful of, like, just a couple of just simple scenes. For example, we had the very simple scene of like Ember and Yumiko going through the Fang Wild, and then we had the very complicated scene of the band members, like all of them doing their own thing. And then we had a much more simple scene of Wushang and Artemis Orion. And now we're in this is where like most of the Easter eggs just are, I think. So yeah, we got Vector here. Clearly we have Mako with her like drinking hat, like a hat with some bottles strapped to it, so that she can stay hydrated, I guess. I'm not sure. I can't make out anything back here just yet. If there are other things there that I'm not aware of, then I would love to know. But yeah, here we go. Like Taros is sitting down with his I don't know, this is a salad or a taco bowl or whatever. Not sure who this guy is. I think it's just like there's a bunch of fans, right? People have speculated this is like the guy from Fortnite or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, also you'll see here, this is Scarlet, the red hair and the goggles. We'll have a better view of her face a little bit later. But yeah, Taros is here sitting next to Thatch, just having a grand old time. Also, we have the sidekick Boomer here. But yeah, so here we have a better view of Scarlet, just like very happy to be here. We have Jaeyun next to Scarlet, and then I love this. A lot of people love this. We have Volkov with one of those fancy like wide brimmed summer hats, just kind of like just like upset that the sun is shining on him, so he's trying to block the sun and everything. I just love that. Is he happy to be here? I don't know, man. We got a huge Vrax fan here. Probably Pat Hyena, honestly. I would not be surprised if this was like a little homage to Pat Hyena or something. We got a bunch of other characters up here. Oh, Sentinel is up here. You can clearly see his mask and everything. We just see a bunch of other people with like Viking helmets and everything and all that, because this is there's thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of people in Asgard. Okay, so also, let me back it up a little bit. We also see Jiro here. It's very hard to spot, but very easy to find if you know what you're looking for. You'll notice some movement around here. Check this out. So we got one person, then we got 3 purple people. All right. I am quite positive this is Jiro and his shadows doing the wave. I love that. That's just so adorable. We just have like Jiro and his shadows doing the wave together. I love it. And then also, here's something interesting. G102. I'm not sure what that's a reference to, but it reminds me of an Easter egg that you see often in like Pixar and many other animated films and shorts. If you've ever heard of the A113 Easter egg, A113 was, if I'm not mistaken, it was like the classroom that many like animators were in at a certain school or whatever while they were in school. So I'm wondering if G102 here is a reference to some kind of room. Like it looks like a seat number. Like that just seems like too specific a thing to be coincidence. I'm not aware of anything in Brawlhalla or Brawlhalla lore that would work with G102, but so I imagine it's either an Easter egg for the animators, Double Plus Productions, or for the developers at Blue Mammoth Games. Someone has a Ragnir sign here. Thatch is eating some of Taros's. I'm guessing that might be grass too, because Taros is a bull. So, also, we see Sir Roland and Brynn down here with someone sitting between them. I'm not sure who that is, but people have speculated that that's Hypernia, because Sir Roland is Brynn's father, and so the connection between Sir Roland and Brynn would be Brynn's mother, Hypernia. So, this person seems to have darker skin. Who says Valkyries can't be black? You know, I don't know. But yeah, I think Thatch is realizing here that he's eating grass. I think he's just kind of like out of it. He's like, what is this stuff? Oh well, I'll just eat some more of it. And here we have Taros getting beamed up. It's like basically getting his seat stolen. His bowl of grass is getting dropped. I wonder if that bowl is like made of like chips or something, or if it's just like a wooden bowl. I don't even know. But anyway, he gets picked up. Just like so confused, poor guy. So we have a brief glance at what's happening behind. I don't see any like Easter eggs back here. I'm guessing this person has green skin because, you know, people from all kinds of like planets and whatever are here. I don't know. Thatch is laughing, and then all of a sudden, boom! We got Vrax and his throne and his drink. Getting settled in and everything. Also, like down here, we have what I believe is Ghost Armor, the new legend. Gonna like tease the next legend coming in January. We have Taros falling down over here. But yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't seen any other like Easter eggs up here. Just kind of like another green skin person, I guess. And just more crowd. I just love how Vrax is just the center of attention here. It's just wonderfully executed bit here. All right, so now the attention is brought back to Ragnir and Kaya, back full circle, and we'll see what they're where they're going here. As sort of like a bit of a just before the match starts, Ragnir offers a bit of a spectacle, a fire blast. As he transforms into his more humanoid form right here. He looks like a baby dragon right here, which I think is funny. He's like slams down, like tumbles, grabs out his guitars, ready to fight. And we got Kaya with her spear ready. Really cool looking duo right here. And we see some sand getting kicked up here. When did it start earlier? Okay, so at first you assume the sand is just like getting kicked up because of their hard landing on the ground, but we find out later this sand right here is actually sand weaving being done by none other than Mirage. So we have Bödvar again. Bödvar was clearly calling his twos partner, and so now we got so Bödvar sets his hammer. Mirage arrives with her size, looking great as always. You know, they got kind of like the let's do this kind of like fist bump, and then they rush in to battle to continue fighting in the grand tournament. And now we got a really cool shot here. I'm pretty sure this shot was inspired by like the first Super Smash Brothers game had like a bunch of Nintendo characters clashing and like bouncing off each other or whatever. Maybe if not that, then definitely something similar to that, where they're all sort of like the classic like fighting game loading screen kind of a thing. And then we have the wonderful flashy effects and Brawlhalla right there. So wow, that was a lot of talking. But yeah, that's the whole entire trailer. We'll just kind of like, there's nothing else as far as I know. It's just kind of like Brawlhalla, play free now, brawlhalla.com/play. And there we go. That's the entire trailer. Let's watch the whole thing one more time to get now that we have seen all of these Easter eggs and everything. and we can more fully appreciate just how good and how exciting this animation is. So here we go. I love Kai's little giggle.
Welcome to Brawlhalla.
So good. Just fantastic all around. Also, I just realized, is it possible that they're all preparing like one SIG or another of some kind? That's possible. But anyway, yeah, there you go. That is Barondibitus's analysis of the brand new and exciting animated short from Brawlhalla. So, yeah, there you go. Always happy to chat about this with people down in the comments or elsewhere. And man, it's such a fun world that Brawlhalla is, right? Like, it's ridiculous. Like the lore is just so epic and silly, and I just love it. So thank you very much for watching, and until next time, all the best.